Hey, what is up guys, Shaddowpanther here, and welcome back to another video, and as Philip DeFranco says, let's just get into it. So obviously, the Modern Warfare live stream was yesterday, and I watched it, and I enjoyed it as a live stream and a presentation of a game itself. And I actually enjoyed it, but to be honest, a lot prevented me from liking this game more, and I know there's been hate on Twitter and all that, which I don't really get on Twitter as much, but I know that there's been hate about the game. I'm not going to mention people because I don't want to get into beef with those people, but a lot of it I disagree with. One person says it's the same Call of Duty every year, which I majorly disagree with that, and why I disagree with that is because Black Ops 4, right? World War II was nothing like Black Ops 4. Modern Warfare is nothing like Black Ops 4. Like, they both look different as far as their play styles and how it's just different. Modern Warfare, they're going for more tactical approach for it, whereas Black Ops 4 was all arcade, jump, running, jumping, sliding in your face. That's why I was so used to Black Ops 4 and how to play Black Ops 4 that when I saw the 2v2 reveal, like I think a month back or whatever, it shocked me about how slow the characters moved and how slow it looked, and I was like, I don't even know what this is, because I've been so used to how Black Ops 4 works, and everybody has freaking lightweight without lightweight, you know what I mean? So that's basically what I thought, and when I saw a bunch of this gameplay, now all the customization options in the Modern Warfare gameplay reveal yesterday seemed pretty amazing. Like, you can put so much stuff on just one gun, you know what I mean? And all the attachments were like PUBG related. They reminded me of PUBG a lot, and basically all the attachments, things you can put on your gun. And I didn't really see anybody using mostly anything else besides like an M4, a Deagle, the AX50, occasionally the AUG here and there. But mostly everybody was using the M4, which was crazy. I don't know if they had multiple choices or they're all like level 1 and they can only use one thing, since, you know, it's kind of like a beta almost, but like a private beta for those people. But the one thing that was cool, that they were going on about the night vision goggles and how realistic those were, and how pretty much real they were when they came with the Dark Edition. Now, when I look up night vision goggles, I usually see something in the thousands, you know what I mean? There's this one pair, this military grade pair, that was like $40-something thousand. And I'm like, how did you make it available for the public if we just buy this Dark Edition? Now, I don't know how much the Dark Edition costs. I bet it's not in the cheap range for us cheapos like me. But that's my notification in the background. So what made me not take further interest into this game was how much it kind of looked like Battlefield. Now, I've played Battlefield, and it was really hard coming from a Call of Duty background. I tried to enjoy it, but it was too much. And I only played the Battlefield 5 open beta, but it was pretty much, you know, Battlefield enough for me. I haven't played Battlefield 1 or anything like that. I've watched it, enjoyed watching it, excuse me, and it was alright. But the Modern Warfare looks so much like a Battlefield / Rainbow Six Siege game. And also, I don't see the graphic change. I see the graphic changes. I've noticed major improvements in sound. But I just don't see what they were talking about the photogrammetry and how realistic they made this game look. And were they talking about only the campaign, or were they talking about the multiplayer? Because it just looks like, you know, standard video game graphics. I didn't really notice anything pop about it, about how realistic it looked. Now, the water, you know, water is always a major thing when it comes to how graphically advanced, if that's the right way to put this, a video game is. And Black Ops 3 had some nice water animations. I think that was one of the best. They even did it better than Black Ops 4 when I saw like a direct comparison. But I noticed good water animations in Modern Warfare. I noticed that the trees, you know, were nicely modeled, and the characters, like they said, you know what I mean, realistic movements, clothing, everything. It looks like, you know, you're actually right there. I noticed that. I liked how they did that. But as far as like the rocks and the the textures on the houses and everything, they look, you know, kind of like every other game, I would say. I didn't really notice anything specifically pop about that, and I was listening to them talk about it on and on about how it's so realistic. We basically, anything that's in the game has been in real life somewhere, and I'm like, okay, that's great. So you're gonna basically put a bunch of real life stuff in there and make it as realistic as possible, but how are you gonna do that without getting penalized by how far like PlayStation can go? Because face it, PlayStation's getting old. It's getting old, and you can only do so much with it now. Without making a game, you know what I mean, like 100 gigabytes of space required or whatever. You can literally only do so much. And I know this new engine, you know what I mean, they were saying that this new engine opened up opportunities and things like that. Stupid notification, stop. I didn't really notice any big difference in the graphics as far as like houses and rocks. Animations, yes, I noticed new animations for things like that, and I liked how they did that, but that's basically my problem with it. And if I'm trying to think if I have any other problems, because I'm just going, you know, I don't want to take time to just cut, and I hate like editing commentaries, because I feel like the more uncut it is and the more real it is, the more honest it sounds. But yeah, that's pretty much my entire thing with this whole video. Basically, to sum it all up, graphics didn't pop. Looks kind of like Battlefield, but nonetheless, I would still cop and play, because at this point, I can only play Black Ops 4 to finish out my camo challenges, because I'm literally so close to Dark Matter. That's pretty much the only reason I'd play Black Ops 4 as yeah. But I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on Modern Warfare. Please, anybody. I mean, I would literally love to hear what you guys think about it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.